jabbing. It's that good old jab.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the subtle crumble of your cognitive ability to select good podcasts. Today, I am joined with a good friend. Back in the day, we used to win all the shitty breakdance jams in the neighborhood. He's your friendly neighborhood hooligan, the man that will air flare over crime to help little ladies cross the street and shit. My man, Rodney Jackson, the one and only Freak Rock. What's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah, man, chilling.
Yo, how you doing, dude?
Man, just chilling, man. Getting ready to see what next year got in store for us. Yep. This Sleepy Joe character. Want to see what he about?
Sloppy Joe.
Sloppy Joe.
Sloppy Joes are good though. I don't know about that Sloppy Joe, but Sloppy Joes are dope.
Oh man. That
Anyway,
dude look like he on his last leg or some shit, man.
He's a lightweight zombie. Yo,
yeah.
the fucking election was basically like two old dudes arguing at the fucking, the old folks home.
Yeah, man.
It's just like, come on, man. There's enough pudding for both of y'all. Like,
there's enough pudding for both of y'all.
Like, we don't need to argue. Like,
oh shit.
This is the best pudding ever. This is my pudding. No pudding for you. You're a communist. Oh, you know the thing. I get the pudding and he turned into fucking Bill Cosby.
Sleepy Joe, your legs are too weak. I'm gonna knock you over in like 3 seconds.
Oh my god, that shit was funny. Yeah, dude, it was it's all been a freaking like seriously like a circus show.
Yeah, it has. You know they was actually betting on this shit.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah,
man, I looked
might have made money.
Betting site. I was like, oh shit, this shit. Oh, America's going downhill.
Motherfuckers. Hopefully somebody made some.
It's
money.
like it was the Super Bowl or something. Like, man, I want to see a fight, if anything.
Yeah. I mean, dude. Apparently, we're recording this podcast before they've like. I guess what happened. They haven't officially. Conceded the election, so it's still kind of in the air right now.
Shit.
Right? So like they announced Joe Biden, but Trump's camp hasn't conceded yet, so there's still like kind of things going on.
Yeah.
So maybe by the time you watch this shit's all figured out. But right now, like who knows what the fuck it's gonna happen. Like for real, it's like it's gonna go to courts or whatever. And I'm like, man, at a certain point, y'all just need to throw them in the ring and let them go.
Yeah, man, let them fight.
Like a tag team
match.
But
I think Trump is gonna win though.
In a fight? Probably. I mean, yeah. No, that wasn't that motherfucker on like WWE for a
Oh
minute?
yeah, he was. Oh yeah. Trump's gonna win.
Yeah,
Trump will win that one, I think.
Oh man, I seen this one video. Man, the memes right now are fucking dope.
Yeah, they are.
I seen this meme recently of Vince McMahon from WWE was yelling in Trump's face, and he's like, "You're fired!" And then it shows Trump's face go like, and then right at the end it shows Joe Biden go, "I'm Joe Biden and I approve this message."
Yeah, I seen that one. I seen that one like early this morning. I was like,
I was
oh,
hella
shit.
weak. That was so fucking funny. Yeah, dude, the memes are fire right now.
They fucking destroying Trump, man. That they like at all fucking calls, man. They just destroying him.
Oh my god, yeah, this shit's great, dude. It's fucking yeah, and everybody lost the election, but the internet won the election.
Yep,
for real.
the internet won.
The fucking memes are gonna be killing it for the next probably year.
It's gonna get crazy, man.
Yes. Anyway, so like, bro, so I brought you on the show because we've been, we got a big, thick past. We were in Flexible Flav together, so we've been dancing together for a long time since like high school and shit. So, but I wanted to talk to you about like kind of how you started in the dance scene. You've been breaking for fucking 20 years probably, right?
Yeah.
How long yet? So, how'd you get into it?
Well, I think how I got into it, taking a trip going back out south when I was a kid. I don't know like what event that was, but there was some B-boys came out
in the
here.
South, like where?
No, out here.
Oh, okay, in like.
And
South
I went downtown. I was at the Greyhound before we went out there. Moved back out there, and I don't know who they were, but they was dope though, man. I was like, God damn.
It was just on the street, or is that?
Oh, it was in the Greyhound.
Oh, is it in the Greyhound?
And they set up like cameras and all kinds of shit.
Man,
it was like a like they did a clip or something.
It was some real b-boys.
Yeah, some dope b-boys. Like,
it wasn't
really
just
dope.
Wasn't just some homeless people that got skills.
Oh man,
there's some homeless people that lightweight got some skills in Sac.
I've actually seen just dope, just like popper.
What's that dude? Downtown James Brown. That
oh yeah, where is he? I haven't seen that guy in a minute.
Honestly, don't even know if he's homeless, but that guy can dance. Yeah, dude. He's freaking tight. I need to interview that dude on this podcast.
Yeah.
But
what was that? That guy Dancing Dave.
Oh yeah,
where's he at?
Yeah.
That dude was in the club hitting it, man. Be hella sweaty, man, with hella chicks all over him and shit. Like, what the hell's going on?
Dude, that's what's up, man.
Fucking Dancing Dave.
So you first seen it at the Greyhound bus stop in downtown. So that was, how old are you?
I think I was probably like 6, I think.
Oh shit! So you saw it at 6? Is that when you started?
No. Like when I started, I think I started like around probably like 7th grade or something.
Oh,
like
okay,
that.
yeah. That's I think what you told me.
So I started like around 7th grade. Well, my boy Juan, El Jamexican Rude Boy.
Yeah.
Check his music out on Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah, he's dope.
But yeah, him. Like I've been knowing him since basically when my parents moved out here and they had me and stuff, and his parents used to babysit me and stuff. So
okay.
I would have grew up bilingual, but then it was just like when I moved back out there, so it wasn't nobody to speak like Spanish to, so I kind of just left it alone for a minute. Then it just got off of me.
I wish I was bilingual. But
yeah,
I barely know English, so
we just speak in Ebonics, y'all.
Yeah, speaking Ebonics. I kind of know English, and I'm like a 4th grade level of Ebonics.
Man.
So you started in like 7th grade, because when I met you, I was probably a freshman in high school, probably. Yeah, I think so. And you
who
could
did I come there with? Who did I come to your school with?
Chai, probably. It's probably Swells.
Yeah, it was Chai.
Or no, or it was Cecil. But
no, it was Cecil. Actually,
yeah,
it was Cecil, because I met Cecil. I met them like way back in the day. I think it was a 7th grade at a little dance or something like that.
Yeah, so for people who don't know, this was like a group of like high schoolers that basically would just travel around to the different high schoolers to different high schools and battle people. And so we were one of the high schools on their list, and so they rolled through and just battled all of us. I think it was just them two came through and battled us, and we kind of smoked them, and then they came back with hella people. I think.
Like, no, we can't let this go like this.
And so then we became friends, and then that's I think when we started practicing together at what was that place? Washington Center. Yeah, downtown Sac.
Yo, that place was dope, hella memories, but it was just grimy as hell. Boy, that shit had asbestos in there.
Yeah, that's right. They closed
the fucking roof.
The roof would like fall down every once in a while, and we're like, what the fuck is going on? And
it was like miracles for real, man.
Later they like closed the place down because it had asbestos, and we're like, oh shit, how many times have we just been sitting here breathing
that shit?
Yo, for reals, like every time we would go there, I forget what the dude's name was, but he would be like, oh yeah, you can go practice there, but sweep it up or clean it or whatever. And I swear we were the only ones that cleaned it, like, because I don't think they had a janitor or nothing, and so it was they wanted us to go break that because we would clean the fucking place.
Yeah, we'd keep it all tidy.
And they didn't even have a fucking mop or broom or nothing. It was, dude. Times were tough for real.
Yeah, it was a straight struggle back then.
Yeah,
they had that boxing gym though.
Yeah, that's right.
They had that one boxer come out of there or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forget his name, but
did he die, that boxer, or is he still alive? That guy from Sac, Corrales or something?
Oh, I think he's still alive. I don't know, man. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, but he was training there at that gym there. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. Humble beginnings for sure. I mean, it was basically we break on that floor and get freaking diabetes or whatever the fuck.
He's a diabetes.
I don't know. Yeah, we get Ebola or whatever rolling around on that floor, or we go out on the concrete and roll on a freaking needle or something.
Oh, that's some crazy shit.
Yeah,
fucking rocks, broken bottles,
glass
bottles and shit.
I remember Les did a freaking halo on that on the
yeah,
street
he
out there.
did,
He was like trying to battle somebody, and we're like, "Yo, just go in there and battle." Like for real. I don't know what you're doing out here. You got a freaking cut on his head. And we're like, "You're doing too much, man."
Yeah. What about that riot, man?
What?
That riot that day.
Yeah, when there was like a
Mike McNasty and the shit was stupid, man.
That place, there was like
no, it was Larry's crew.
Was it?
Yeah, Larry's original crew, the mind blowing.
No, it wasn't them. No, that wasn't them.
It?
Cause that was my old crew versus them. Cause I remember they hyped up a battle between my old crew and Larry's old crew.
Oh,
and
yeah.
We were in high school or whatever. This is some dumb like, B-boy drama shit, but it was like motherfuckers were like, hey, these guys are talking shit, and then they'd go to the other guys, hey, those guys are talking shit. And so like they're instigating these battles, and we don't even know who we are.
Yeah,
and, like we seriously meet the dudes the day of the battle, like because basically they're just they call us up, and they're like, hey, you've been talking shit. Nah, I heard you were talking shit. Oh, what the fuck? Let's battle.
Yeah.
And so that's like how the whole thing started. That was Peter's crew and Larry's crew and all them. And so like we meet up that day to battle, and this is literally the first time I even known they existed. You know what I mean?
Larry's crew.
Yeah, and so then we battle, and that's it. And then days later, months later, we end up being in the freaking same crew or whatever.
Hell yeah.
But I think the fight you're talking about was later on, where there's another dude who kind of the same shit happened. I think someone was saying like, these guys are talking shit, and so they said, oh, we're gonna battle you, and then
it went down.
Yeah, and then like I think just freaking people just started fighting.
Chaos, man.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even see it coming. Actually, like one of the dudes like just started swinging on people.
Yeah, one dude I think I wasn't even there actually, because I was in somewhere. I forget where I was, but I wasn't even
y'all
in town.
wasn't. I don't think you was there. I think Vince might have been.
Vince wasn't there.
Vince wasn't there either.
No.
Oh yeah,
I think it was
out.
Victor.
Oh yeah, it was Victor.
Yeah,
actually.
Victor was there, and so they're battling or whatever, and I just seen footage, and like somebody came out punching, and then I think then everybody just rushed and just started fighting, and it was like crazy. I forget what happened to that dude, but he was actually a nice dude. He was
just a jerk, man, because he'd be on the internet talking.
Yeah, in that
trash.
battle and on the internet, he was talking trash. But like I remember years later, I mean, me and him were cool.
Yeah, I was cool with him. But I showed up to his job though one day on accident. He worked at the Target over there on Broadway, and I showed up there. And I just was like, I just looked at him. I said, man, no hard feelings. Like, man, I ain't got no problems with you or beef with you. It's like, I just don't know why you swung on, people for no reason. Yeah. And he's looking like, he had a black eye still from the incident.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And he just looked and was just like, he just was so angry. I was like, I told him, like, my bad for all this stuff. And he was just ringing up customers, and he's just looking at me
he's like hella mugging you.
Just like this, like with a black eye. And I'm looking at him like, oh, man, you make me feel even more just, terrible.
I mean, yeah, you got a black eye. I feel like you're going to probably be salty till the black eye heals for sure. But, yeah, those are way past. Those are times long ago. I mean, I feel like I haven't seen a fight at a jam in hella long.
I know with Flex, man, the fucking fights was there.
Yeah, it was a different time.
We wasn't trying to fight people, but it was just
a different time in breaking, I think. Because nowadays it's like, I feel like
it was Royal Rumble, man.
Yeah, no, there's more social media connection, I think, nowadays. So like people can actually directly talk to them instead of like playing telephone with motherfuckers that are like saying, oh, this guy's talking shit, and like,
or you won't know what a person looks like behind the screen because like no picture or something like that. Exactly. Before Facebook and
I feel like
MySpace and
in
stuff.
general like a friendlier kind of thing, which is good in some sense because I don't like fights, but I do think that when there was drama a little bit, the scene was a little bit more exciting.
Yeah,
but I'm not condoning violence or nothing. I just miss a little bit of the competitive.
It was like WWF, man. All them damn jobbers and shit. Yeah, they're all fighting to get to the top and get the title.
Yeah, it's that's another time.
But I say, I don't know, man. Well, the scene out here is like, it's like super. it's like super different, like you said. Without the drama, it made it like a lot less fun. You don't want to compete as hard as like before.
It seems like it's more like mainstream in a way where it's I guess the grind it's gotten cleaned off a little bit, you know, in terms of like it used to just be grimy. You'd go to the practice place and you don't know if you're gonna get jumped or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, I think
you cannot whip out cameras at the practices. I think back then.
Yeah. No, there was the first time I think it was like one of the first times I think I went to Washington Center, and there was hella people that didn't know me, and me and Vince, and we had a camera with us. We had a really crappy ass camera, and we rolled through, and we just pulled it up to like videotape ourselves, and then motherfuckers are like hella staring, like, oh, these guys are gonna bite us and stuff.
Oh, that's how it was.
I feel like I'm pretty sure me and Vince had to battle hella people that day because they thought we were stealing, and then we're like,
I think y'all did.
Yeah, no,
y'all had to battle everybody.
Yeah, like there was probably 5 or 6, maybe even 7 people there, and they're just battling us, and seriously, me and him had been breaking for probably like 6 months at that time, so it's like. There's only so many chair freezes you can do in a battle. And so,
but y'all did it though. Y'all pulled it off, and they was like, "Oh man, they must got hella rounds." Like that's what everybody kept thinking. They was like, "They won't stop coming.
They won't stop doing chair freezes." The chair freezes are unending.
They're never-ending chair freezes.
So, but anyways. Yeah, so like I think we got battled that day, and then basically we learned real quick like don't bring the camera around like that, you know. Yeah, I mean back then it was definitely different because it was more of like a kind of tribalistic a little bit, like fighting for territories and stuff. You wanted to be secretive about everything. Man. Now it's like social media kind of it's like you don't want to hide it anymore. It's like they just put it out on social media. It's like this is a move I'm practicing, so it's kind of weird for me, honestly.
It's like back then, you know, like before social media, but back then it was like only reason why you went to the internet to like YouTube or something like that. Yeah. To find out, like we only had VHS. None of us had the internet back then. Yeah. So it was like, man, we didn't know who was out there, what moves was out there. We just did it.
Yeah.
Like
you didn't even know the name of it.
Yeah, you just do it.
I did the fucking whirly do or whatever.
Yeah, man, you just give it a weird name.
Yeah, someone's like, that's a head spin, dude.
But like
my whirly doos are killing it though.
You said my whirly doos. Oh shit!
But no, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to me how much it's changed in just that short amount of time, and I really do think it's mostly the internet that changed it because it's just people had more access to stuff. Yeah, I mean definitely right. I mean when I was breaking, like YouTube didn't even exist, right?
No.
And then it came around probably 2004 or something, and then yeah, what happened then? It was like it started, but it was really shitty. You know what I mean? And it didn't even get good till probably like 2007 or something. You know? Like at that time, I think I was already like I wasn't even trying to, you know, do too many competitions no more.
You know, when you said that YouTube, when it came out around that time, like for me, I didn't know nothing about it, how to use it and nothing. I was like, but you guys would tell me like, yo, this and this is on here. And I figured the first thing came to my mind was like, if I don't know what these people look like, you know, across overseas and stuff like that, but I've been doing all this stuff and I see that they break similar. Like, I don't even know who these guys are. But then, like, I kind of used it like a playbook. That's what it was used for with Flexible Flav. Like, we used that shit as a playbook on how to beat the overseas guys without doing what they're doing.
Yeah, because you could see what they're going to throw. And then it was a good strategic. It was a good strategic tool to use in battles.
Back then.
Yeah, no, actually, that's probably a good point, because we would definitely, like, study footage like that. And we'd be like, these guys got this dope dude, or they got this dope round that they're gonna throw. How do you respond to that?
Routine, man.
You know, or whatever. You just know what you could expect it. So it's like, because one of the big things in a battle is, right, like somebody throws down some crazy stuff you've never seen. It feels like you got punched in the face.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And you're like, oh my
slapped.
God, what am I gonna do? Like, for real, it's like you start kind of panicking in a way. And so if you already have seen it or you know what they're gonna do,
it should be
Yeah, it's like you kind of dodged the punch a little bit. You're still getting punched, but I mean, it's not like a straight up
the knockout.
Yeah, you dodged the knockout a little bit, you know, because you're not panicking no more. So yeah, no. I guess that kind of makes battles a little more interesting too, because now it's like it's not like just an overpowered battle anymore, because people are prepared. So it's like people come and bulldoze down. At least that's how it used to be. Now it's like you got two bulldozers going at it.
Yeah,
you know, so that's kind of
it's like the end. It did become a sport in a way, because like now it's like you can study like the teams now and stuff like a lot easier, and prepare for the battles a lot easier.
Yeah. So what do you think about like battles nowadays? And like the scene, I guess, in general.
Well, as far as the sax scene goes, man, I think it kind of like almost died out.
What about
died out kind of
the overall scene, like even out in like Europe and Asia and stuff?
Oh man, Africa. I think the Europeans, man, they killing it. But the underrated people, I say, is like really underrated. I say are the Brazilians, but like the Japan scene, I like that. Their scene is tight too. I ain't even gonna lie, they got some monsters out there.
I feel like every country is dope now. I see so many good. There's countries I never even knew existed, and then
got dope b-boys.
Yeah, and
there.
I just
I'll be
see,
like, damn.
you know, like what's that dude's name? He just almost won BC1 like 2 years ago or a year ago or whatever. Killer Koila.
Yeah, Koila.
So that dude is from Kazakhstan, and I didn't even know what the hell Kazakhstan was, and then. I was like, is this just a joke? Like, and then I look it up. I'm like, oh, it's a big ass country. Actually, I'm just a fucking idiot. But anyway, so I learned a little geography, and then learned that there's some dope ass b-boys out there. So.
Yeah. He said, "What is this place?"
For reals? No, I mean that's how stupid I am. But
sounds like wars go down there.
Yeah, no. So I seen it, and I was like, dang, dude, this is crazy. And then. Like, I know Vince, my brother, he's got his YouTube channel, and he would always tell me, like, he gets hit up by people out in, like, random-ass countries. I mean, like, well, I guess the big one was India back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, he used to get hella Indian b-boys, like, hitting him up, like, how to break and stuff, because there was no Indian
They don't have that out there.
And so now they got hella dope people, and they're hitting Vince up still, going, like, yo, man, you helped me get to where he is. So it's like, in a way, Vince kind of like really influenced the Indian b-boy scene. It's kind of crazy to think about. It's crazy. I mean,
I even had some Indian b-boys hit me up, and I was like, you know Vince? He was like, you know Vince? He's like, yeah.
Oh yeah, Vincana TV.
Yeah, Vincana TV. Yeah, that's what they always hit me up. Vincana
They think his name is Vincana TV. I remember we were in Europe. We were in Europe for IBE like 2016 or 15 or something, and there was these like European dudes, I think they were Dutch or something, and they were coming up going like, oh, it's Vincana TV, and I was like, they were hella mispronouncing it and stuff, but I was like, that shit's hella funny. But yeah, that's dope. So no, actually, what's that? There was like a lot of South American b-boys that were like hitting him up too, like in Trinidad. Like hella Trinidad b-boys, I guess there's a big scene that's growing out in Trinidad. So he actually went out there to teach.
Yeah.
I didn't even know where Trinidad was.
That's like on a little Caribbean, ain't it?
I think it's like a little island, like right off of what's that country? Brazil or something. Venezuela?
Is it?
Yeah. I think it's a small island. I don't know. I don't know geography, so I don't know what the fuck.
I thought, is it Trinidad?
All I know about Trinidad is they got gold on everything, like fucking Trinidad James.
Damn.
Like gold on the watch.
Everything.
Yeah. And he likes the N-word.
All gold everything.
Yeah, but so that fool, so he was out there teaching workshops and stuff to the Trinidad b-boys. And then I think he went to another country, but it's like, damn, there's so many little countries that got hella dope b-boys now. It's really crazy, because before, I feel like when we were kids, it was just, you hear about Japan, you hear about
Korea,
the UK, Korea, and Germany, yeah, and France.
Yeah.
And then now it's freaking all over the place.
That's wild, because I even start seeing that. I had to just start paying attention, because You remember that crew? What is it? Gangsta Flow from Glasgow. Have you heard of that?
No,
crew?
I've never heard of that.
They had some dope members. I don't know what happened to them, man. I guess they were like too hard for the radio or something, man.
Too hard for the radio.
It was too hard for the radio, man. I think their members
out.
got arrested or something.
Oh shit!
They did something crazy. One of them did something crazy because they wanted me. They didn't want to join Flex, but they seen me through just traveling and doing stuff.
Yeah.
And they was like, yeah, you got to come out to Glasgow and you got to session with us. We want you to join our crew. I was like, but they were pretty dope, though. Those fools was pretty dope. But I think they were just like, it was like real B-boys, though. Like, that's why they reached out to me.
They're deep. Fools were deep into the freaking like
street life.
The street life, yeah. I
think that's why they like they're not like no longer no more because like I checked all their members and I can't find like any of them anywhere.
I think that is the difference nowadays. Is like it was straight street life back then. Like this is like late 90s, early 2000s, and now it's like everybody is like getting into suburbs. I mean, I'm surprised that I even freaking break because I'm from freaking Cowtown, fucking Carmichael, and I just happened to roll through and fucking started breaking with y'all from like South Sac and shit, and so it's kind of crazy.
We didn't know they had B-boys up in certain areas though. That's why I was like, crazy.
You know, the only reason I started really breaking was because I seen what was it? Too Short. No, what the fuck was it? Too Cool. You know the the wrestlers. Yeah, so me and Vince seen them, and we're like, these dudes are fucking dope. And then like just straight up doing the worm across the thing, and then like elbowing people. We're like, this shit's tight.
And then Scotty Too Hottie
and
what was that? Grandmaster?
Grandmaster something. Sexy. Grandmaster Sexy. Yeah, so we used to see them. We're like, oh, let's try breaking or whatever. And so then like, I forget, we met with some, then Victor Kim, we started kicking it with Victor Kim from Quest Crew. I mean, that was before he was even there because we used to skate with him a lot and he was breaking. But yeah, so we got into it from him because he was friends with D-Trix. So that's how we started breaking. And then, but I feel like not a lot of people were breaking out here.
No, it wasn't really.
Yeah, and so then we started hanging out with y'all and kind of got into the fucking groove with it. So, yeah. But now you see it on the internet and you got motherfuckers in, Hollywood or whatever, like doing it. You got Melrose Place. Melrose Place B-boys. Yeah, you got
Melrose. 90210 B-boys.
90210 B-boys. Like, damn, dude. They got the fucking rollie on, like, battling.
Straight up Balenciagas on and shit, man.
Yeah, for real.
Fucking Louis Vuitton fucking shirts and shit.
Yeah, the Louis Vuitton fucking hats or whatever. Yeah. Freaking bucket hats. Louis Vuitton bucket hats.
Man, that'd be crazy though. I have never seen, I think those UK B-boys, I think those are like the closest to wearing like some really expensive clothes and dancing in it.
Yeah.
Those UK
it kind of never made sense to
France. Me. Yeah, I was like, why would you break in this?
Yeah, because you're going to get fucked shit. You know what it was? It's probably Rock's right, because that fool, I feel like he made it popular, because that fool would come to every jam wearing some nice ass Jordans. Like a full fucking Jordan outfit.
I had to give it up to Rock's right.
Yeah, and I'd see that dude, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna scuff those, and then he like never crashed back then.
Never messes up.
And it's like, damn, this fool really didn't scuff his shoes. I'm like, all right, like, damn, I guess he can do it. He can do it. He can wear the Jordans. I mean, everybody else is like, hey man, I know you're gonna crash, dude. Take them Jordans off.
You better take them J's off.
Go put them Vans on, dude. Yeah. What happened to them Chuck Taylors? Go put them on.
What happened to them Chuck Taylors?
But yeah, no, I mean, like, now you see some nice ass fucking clothes all over the place. I mean, I've seen people lose fucking jams for wearing, ugly clothes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I feel like I lost some jams. I remember I used to wear clothes with holes in it at jams just because I thought it was funny.
Man,
but also like, I didn't want to mess up my nice clothes, and so like I would just wear it, and then motherfuckers are like, oh, that's not good. But I mean, I eventually had to stop doing that because it's. It does look kind of bad, but
just gotta color coordinate.
Yeah, color coordinate.
But basically, I think with us in like like how you dressed and stuff, like we kind of use like colors that kind of stood out, like besides the regular crew colors. So it made it like kind of like helped like with your style and like how everything like came together.
That's true.
Cause I never did want to like dress like I did wear the crew shirts and stuff, but majority of the time I didn't like wearing them, man, because I was like, nah, man, I won't stand out if I wear this. So I gotta wear something.
It makes you feel like out of body a little bit. You know, 'cause I feel like one of the like things that'll help like supercharge you in a battle is like knowing that you're coming like fresh. You know what I mean? So if you're dressed kind of bummy, like you're not gonna feel fresh. And so it's kind of like giving yourself like a mental boost before you actually battle. You know? And so it's gonna be hard to win. I imagine like boxers and freaking MMA fighters are kind of the same way. Like if they're wearing the fucking the onesie looking hella busted, they're like, I'm probably gonna get knocked the fuck out tonight. And then they roll through, with the freaking Manny Pacquiao shorts that like, it's got the freaking Filipino flag on it, on his ass or whatever, and they're like, oh man, this fool's fresh as shit, dude. He's about to knock motherfuckers out. Yeah.
Like, man, look at those freaking sponsors.
Yeah, this freaking just like the nicest fucking shorts. Conor McGregor rolling through with the freaking Speedo on, like. Just like.
Look at Conor McGregor, man. That dude is like.
That guy's tight. Man. He's crazy. He's a character for real.
Do you think the UFC fighters you think they're getting paid like a good amount, or you think it's just like blood sport for fucking peanuts now?
Well, now I think they're getting a lot more money now, but back in fucking 2005, 2006, like when the shit started, dude, they were getting peanuts for reals. Like,
remember that damn Yarbrough? What the fuck is that dude's name? The big dude? He's like 600 pounds, 500 pounds, shit like that.
That dude was powerful. But it's like, freaking, I think breaking is kind of on the same trajectory in a way. Like, you see people that break and they're like really high level and they get paid, but they're probably getting peanuts, at this point, because breaking is still this really small knit kind of community. Yeah. But I feel like it's on the trajectory eventually to maybe become like a UFC. I think UFC was a little bit easier to get people down with because boxing has always been hella popular. And so people see boxing and they already kind of know what the deal is with boxing. And then they see, oh, now they're like kicking, now they're freaking blocking, now they're grappling, they're on the ground doing ground and pound and whatever, they're submitting and stuff. So that as soon as they understand those rules, they still know like, oh, this is combat and shit, and they understand it. So I think it was a little bit easier to get the boxing crowd. And then, like when Conor McGregor fought Mayweather, like that immediately got hella boxing fans down with it. So I think they're just going to keep going up. But I think with breaking, there's not really, I think, a sport that really closely resembles it that's super popular like boxing, you know what I mean? And so you got people that I think that are interested in breaking, but they look at it and they're just like, oh cool, there's some fucking dude spinning around, like that's dope, they don't understand it. It's cool to watch, but they're not deeply invested into like what's going on with it,
the ins and outs and like all of the golden rules and all that stuff. They don't care for it.
They don't love it like we love it. They like seeing people spin around and they're like, oh, that's cool. Here's a like, and then they just leave it. Let's go look at some booty like on Instagram or whatever.
Ain't got no twerking going on at that event.
Yeah, where's the twerking at? Yeah. It's like
we want to see.
that was a
we want to see some renegade. We want to see this. Like at least that's the same thing. Like. With turfing and stuff and that other style, that juking and turfing, they really don't give that style credit. But it's really on from some old school stuff anyway. But it just turned it into something different, it's basically popping, and to me it seems like
it's popping with your ass.
It's popping. It's popping. It's like turfing is like popping like backwards or something. It's like a weird stigmata or turfing, some weird crazy shit.
Turfing is
backwards.
Honestly, I think turfing is just the next evolution of popping. I mean, it's not popping, but it's like it's taking moves from popping and kind of some other styles and doing it to like a different style of music, but it's just like the next kind of evolution. In a way, I think breaking is kind of doing the same thing, and it has been doing the same thing, because the breaking that we did when we first started is hella different than what is going on now. I think it more closely resembles what it is, but it's like totally different music. It's totally different feeling. The jams are different, like the styles are different. How you actually battle is different. It's like, it's hella different. You could kind of say that there's maybe two different worlds there, but you know, we lump it in together. I think with turfing, it's like there was a clear distinction between what a popper is and what a turfer is, even though they're kind of roughly using similar moves and stuff.
It really is the same thing. It's just some of that stuff is from way old, and nobody does it anymore, and they just link it and put it with different movements and stuff. Yeah, it's like popping, like the child of popping or something. Yeah, no, it is. It really is. I
was gonna say some turfers and some poppers are probably gonna be listening to this shit and like, these motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they're talking
about. Nah, man, it's like crazy. But like, I've seen like a lot of stuff that turfers are doing. I've seen it in like way old footage though, like in like mad old footage. Like the New York guys, they was on it with the bone breaking and stuff. They have been doing that mess for a long time. But if you look at just any old video in particular, hip hop video, you like see that. Like you see it like a lot of the turf and stuff, but they just added their own flavor to it. So Bay Area, man. Shout out to the Bay Area, man. That shit's tight though. I like it.
Yeah, no, I like turfing too, and I think you nailed it. It's the child of popping, and you know, maybe a couple other styles like a New Jack or something. Yeah. So a lot of those little like those other kind of like urban styles, I guess is what you'd probably put it. It's like the child of those, and it's like they learned a lot from it, but they're like, it's like what an actual kid would do is like, nah, my parents are fucking losers. I don't want to dance like them. It's like that. I think
their own thing.
But lo and behold, they're still kind of, you know, they learned a lot from them, you know.
Yeah, so it's like they're still using like a lot of that.
Like, I don't want to have a dad style, so I make my own shit. But it's like, lo and behold, you're doing some pretty similar things. Yeah, it's just the next evolution. I think
they call it something else. Your parents would call it that, but then you call it this.
No, I mean, we were just watching the freaking the time of the season music video from the Zombies, if you know that song, and we seen it's in black and white, and there's these like white girls just straight up shaking their ass like in it, and I was like, this is freaking twerking, dude.
From the 60s,
it's twerking from the 60s, dude.
Hey, that club or wherever they was at look lit though, man. It's like titties everywhere, man, ass all in the screen. Fucking dudes just walking by like, shit. Just like, showing this
hey, what's funny is like they're in like hella suits and blazers and stuff, and they're just walking by, and then like they see some girl just shaking her ass and like, hey there, it's the time of the season. Shake, 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 shake.
Yo, that shit was I never like it's wild though, man. Wherever that's from, man, like wherever they shot that video or whatever, man, it looked like it was cracking.
Yeah, I'm sure them crazy ass parties were cracking.
Yeah, man. It was at the 60s. Nah, that ain't when did the disco era come, man? I'm pretty 70s. Sure it's a little bit after that, that was like a little 70s, bit before the 70s.
Yeah, I think the disco era was 70s. Because all the music kind of changed like right around that time. Like I think it was like when the music kind of changed. I feel like they took like a soul style of music and then mixed it with like the like dance type of music, and then it became freaking disco. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of other history behind it. I don't really know.
So I know that music when it was slower, man, they danced. It was twerking, man. It looked like it was twerking, and then when it got faster, man, it turned into some other shit, man.
So twerking, that's freaking cultural appropriation from these freaking like. These freaking dudes, these girls in the freaking suits or the freaking like gowns. They're in the freaking dress party gowns. Like,
twerking. Man.
I'm gonna have to put the video of this freaking thing in this thing. So
Man.
Yeah, that shit's tight.
It was just uncut with that, man.
Yeah, hella uncut.
that was BET uncut back then, though.
Oh, BET.
That video would have made it. That one in that Devo video, man.
Yeah, dude.
And a couple other videos, man.
It's funny how like old shit like kind of comes around. It influences the new stuff, and you see it like kind of come around again. Like, I guess with that being said, like who are your influences, or like what are your influences in terms of like dancing?
Influences like people
or things. I mean, I kind of get influences from everything, but like where have you gotten most of your influence from?
I got a lot of influence from hip hop. I would have to say like a lot of East Coast like rap, like East
really?
Coast and West Coast rap from back like way back
From like the 90s?
Yeah,
Like
and a little before that
Gangstar,
too.
Yeah, Tupac from the West, and Biggie.
Like Tupac,
Nas.
Nas for sure.
Nas is probably
I like
my
Cameron too, man.
Oh,
when
yeah,
I was
Cameron's
little.
tight.
And Wu-Tang. Oh man, I
Wu-Tang,
had like
yeah.
all they shit when I was a little
Wu-Tang
kid.
is legendary for sure.
But Cube and them and that NWA, man.
My shit was
That was
always
great.
Gangstar.
Yeah,
I was all
Gangstar
about
hands
Gangstar.
down,
Yeah,
man.
Gangstar
hands
was my shit.
down.
And then probably my next would be Nas, I think.
Yeah.
I love Nas's old shit. And then, I wasn't like
I like
huge-
Redman also. I always like
Redman is-
Redman as
Dude, I feel like he's kind of low key like slept on.
yeah,
Because when people start talking about
Method
like
Man
the
is
best,
for sure low key slept.
I feel like when people talk about the best rappers, they kind of forget about Redman. I
Yo.
feel like he's up there. I mean, I don't know if he's top 10, but he's
up there though.
I would say he's at least in the top 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's up there. Yeah,
They
same
keep
with
putting
Method
all
Man.
these new jive ass fucking rappers out there, man. These new guys.
Oh, yeah,
and they
yeah.
cutting out they cutting out the main people.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
who the hell is like, who are these people, man? I don't even listen to the new
Little
music
Uzi Vert
no
is the
more.
greatest of all
Yeah,
time
man.
or whatever. You're like, I don't know about that.
Lil Uzi Vert.
Yeah.
This nigga wears like my little sister's jeans or something like that, man. Like, who does that? But they be like, Lil Uzi Vert will bust your head in the hood. I wouldn't put it past him, but like
That don't
them
mean he can
clothes,
rap.
man. Yeah, man, them clothes. It's just weird. I don't get these times now. It's like it don't went like back to the end of the 70s, going into the 80s. It's like weird because they used to wear some fucking suspect shit too back then, man. Those fucking cut off shirts with the fucking strings or
the freaking
fucking tire shit like
the
you know, how
Breakin-
you pull it up and tie it right
The
there.
Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo outfit.
Yeah, man. Like but this nowadays they actually like back then it was like cool to dress like that. Like you was like kind of a little savage, a little boss or whatever. You have money and you was doing fly shit all the time. But like you look at this shit, but then a lot of it was just like, what the hell? Like where the hell you get that from? And then like you see the dudes today nowadays, they're like flat out like wearing like women's clothes and shit. Like. I don't know that guy Draco the Ruler. I wanted to say this because it was just like I don't know if it's true or not, but I seen a picture of him and the dude was in like a dress and he's supposed to be like one of the hottest like up and coming like hip hop I guess rappers, young rappers.
Yeah, I don't know
And
him.
He went to freaking prison or something for
Shit.
some crazy shit,
Oh,
beating some shooting or some crazy shit. But he gets out and then like his aunt like busts him out. I go to this one dude's podcast, so I just like he's a funny dude.
Yeah.
And I seen it, and this dude was like wearing a dress and shit, and his aunt like busted him out and said that he was like, when he got out, what was you gonna do when you first get out? And it said that he was gonna go get some, you feel me, some penis, I guess, from a dude.
Wait, what?
Damn.
That sounds like a weird ass interview.
Yeah, man, and like,
Yeah, but hey,
it's weird.
I mean,
get it.
freaking remember when Freakazoid, shout out to Freakazoid, when he battled damn, who was it? It was what's that flexible dude from Moon Patrol?
Fanatic.
Oh, Fanatic, yeah. Remember in Modesto when he battled him? And Freakazoid rolled through with this like crazy looking tutu thing on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, this motherfucker looked like he's gonna kill somebody.
Yeah.
And he was wearing a dress, so I don't know. I mean, like,
Yeah, that was kind of, I don't get that, man, but he was
blew
dope though.
He blew
was
it
dope.
up, and I mean now that fool's like a straight up
Jiu-jitsu.
jiu-jitsu champ and shit. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, don't fuck with him.
Yeah,
shout
that's
out
the
to him.
thing.
No.
That's what I'm
He was
saying. You
blowing-
can't put it past him. You can't put it past him.
I'm not gonna lie.
You know,
When I saw him walk into the freaking jam wearing the tutu, I was like, "Oh shit, this shit's going down!" Like this.
Yeah, it's about to
like
go
when I
down.
seen it, it was like war makeup in a way. It was like,
Yeah.
you know, I feel like that's probably why. Back in the days, like, you know, when before like guns and shit, when like tribes and shit were attacking each other, they'd
Yeah.
be putting hella crazy makeup on
Yeah.
and stuff. It's so that they go up and fight, and people go like it's not like
they
fighting just
underestimate.
yeah, it's not like fighting just a regular human. They see this demon looking thing,
Yeah.
and they're like, "What the fuck am I gonna do?" I mean, that's kind of what I saw when
You
Freaky
don't know what
walked
to
in
do.
looking like
He's
that.
just caught off guard.
Because I remember he had some crazy makeup on. His hair he had like kind of long hair, and he had it like kind of crazy, and then he was wearing this like shirt that had like a big ass hole in it or whatever, and I feel like it looked like it. I have to look at the picture again, but I just remember he had this kind of crazy looking clothes, like he just got in a fucking fight or whatever, and then he had this crazy tutu on, and I was just like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
I've
this dude
never
is gonna
seen
fuck
no shit
somebody
like
up
that.
for reals.
Yeah,
and then
I'm
the battle
like,
was hella
damn.
tight. The battle was tight. That's probably one of my favorite battles of all
Cold
time.
part
I think.
about it, I actually liked that crew though. They
I
was weird looking, but I was
Freakazoid
like,
was-
oh shit, they're gonna come here and just
Yeah, yeah.
destroy everybody. And if somebody talks shit, one of them's got a switchblade. I guarantee
Oh,
it.
shit.
Like they just look like they like those old school punks. They just carried those switchblades and shit.
Yeah,
those
no.
street punks, man. I was like,
Dude,
man, one of them's gonna whip out a fucking butterfly knife. Watch.
Dude,
I
Freak
used to
Show.
think that to myself.
Freak Show changed the game in my opinion for real. I mean,
Yeah.
like they kind of went off a lot of like because that style, I guess you could say it's like the Freak Show style or circus style, I guess is what we used to call it. Because it started with probably Exuberant and
Yeah.
and then Ghost from Lions of Zion,
Yeah.
and there was like a couple other dudes, but like that was kind of the beginnings of J-Rock was kind of doing a little bit of it
Yeah.
too, but like it started like then, and then they just kind of took it to the furthest
Yeah.
thing, and now it's like you see hella b-boys like doing that same kind of shit, but like they obviously were influenced by it. But I look at that when I remember when that style first came out, it was like kind of hard to at first I was like, is that actually breaking?
Yeah,
like,
that's what
it was
I used
kinda-
to
cause
think.
like,
I was like,
because
what
I was
the
used
hell?
to seeing people doing like footwork and shit, and I was just young and I didn't know any better, and I seen that at the jam, and I was like, oh, is this like a different style of dance or something?
Yeah.
And then I seen them battling b-boys, and I was like, oh, this is actually breaking. This is kind of crazy. Like this is tight.
I thought Vegas people created
Yeah,
that.
and then the Vegas style
yeah,
too.
the Vegas
like when they'd
style.
step on the hands.
transitions and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean I kind of miss that era because every little country, or I mean every little place, like city and state, countries even, they all had their different style.
Of that.
And I think it was maybe because everyone was a little more secluded and you couldn't see it all online.
Yeah.
And for footage to get around, it was like you had to get the VHS from your homie, and it
like,
took
yo,
like
send me the tape out here.
it straight up took hella long
Hella long
for
to
footage
get
to
it.
get around. I mean, like I remember Orko did hella 90s or whatever back in like, I don't know, like 97 or some shit, and then the video took hella long to get around, and like I think in the early 2000s it was finally around to everybody or whatever.
Damn.
And, you know, or like when Moy did hella air flares he was like, I don't know how old he was, but at freestyle session like 6 I think or 7. Remember that? He was a kid, Moy, and he hit like 14 air flares against I think it was against Style Elements.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, but he was probably like 15 or 16, and he just did hella air flares, and it like took hella long for that footage to get around. They're like, oh, this little
That's
kid
not
was
the
killing
one.
it.
That's not the one where they battled out. No, that was, what was that? Out for Fame, or was that freestyle session?
Yeah, I don't know.
It was one of them. I forgot, man. Cause I used to have all that footage, but I got jacked for that shit when I moved to the Bay. I got literally all the footage of you guys,
Oh yeah, yeah.
us, like all that shit coming up. Like I got all that shit stolen, man.
Yeah.
I used to just go through all that footage like,
was-
all day.
It's hard to find footage of the old stuff, I think, unless people uploaded it on YouTube, because I mean, a lot of my VHS tapes, those things degrade after time,
Yeah,
and I'm like
after a
looking at some
while.
of it, I'm like, damn, this shit looks really busted right now. Like, I could try to like put it, get a digital copy of it, but it's not as good as it was back in the day. So,
What? You remember the KO video people? What happened to them?
KO. I don't
Remember the
that.
lady Karen Olsen?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, so back when we were kids, there was this lady who was kind of following us around, doing like a documentary on us. Like, man, she came around like right when we started, I started breaking, and so she has hella footage of us basically sucking and then eventually getting like kind of good.
Dope.
Yeah,
they got footage of everybody.
Yeah, and we were like winning hella jams back then, like when she started doing.
Before we got into Flex too.
And I don't know what she did. I don't know what she did with the documentary. I don't even know if she ever put it out.
It was supposed to come out at Crest Theater, remember?
Oh yeah.
Remember we signed the last piece of the contract and it was supposed to air at Crest Theater.
Yeah, I never knew what happened to it.
I didn't even get to see it. I don't know what happened to it either.
Yeah, that'd be sick to get that footage, but I don't know.
Who knows where that lady is?
I don't know. She's probably bounced.
She probably got the hell on, man.
Like, fuck this breakdance shit.
Got their footage. I'm about to go show it at a film festival in like Indonesia or something like that.
Or she's like, fuck this shit. Twerking is tighter. Let's go film that.
Man.
You know. Anyways, we're like, damn, how long have we been we've been going for? We're like at 53 minutes. What I was gonna ask you. So basically, like, I feel like right now, the world is kind of going through a really interesting time with the COVID crisis and shit, with all the shutdowns and stuff, and it's like highly affecting like the breaking scene. And I'm like curious, like what your thoughts are on that, and what you think is gonna happen, like maybe in the future.
Oh man, we just gotta hope like this. Hopefully, this comes to pass, like that SARS and the Ebola and all that other H1N1 whatever. Like, hopefully, this comes to pass though, because like this I know, man. Like way before the news even showed it, but like the kids and stuff that you have to like be out and like, you know, watch, or your kids or your nieces and nephews and stuff, they are so stressed out, like being home and not seeing their friends and like not having to do work on a computer. They're like they're literally stressed out.
And then there are some people who can't even work, you know, like if they can't even do the work on a computer. It's like they got to go in somewhere like a shipping facility or whatever. Like it's like they got cut hours, or like they maybe aren't even working. And I feel like a lot of people are on edge right now. And in particular, I think like a lot of people in the entertainment industry,
we're hurting the most.
Like with like definitely like b-boys and stuff who would be in that. I feel like they're probably really struggling right now. Like, because I imagine I got a lot of friends that are they work in that industry, and it's like right now there's no sports and stuff, so like any kind of gigs that were going on with sports, a lot of TV shit and commercials, I don't know, maybe they're filming some of it, but probably not. So I'm like very worried about what the long-term effects are going to be with like this virus. And,
man, because if it gets too bad, man, I've seen it. I know it's got to be bad when events ain't been open in so long, and people like that dude get up there on the scaffold and just do a suicide.
Oh man,
that's bad, man,
bro.
That's how you know it's bad. That dude's trying to go for the guns.
I seen that on Instagram. This fool is like hella hot, like probably on the second story of a building. And there's like a jam going on. This fool just jumps and lands on his back. I seen that and I was like, God damn, that's like a fucking it was like a Joe Biden fucking speech. I wrote that on the freaking Instagram page I saw it, and I was like, dude, this shit, it's like, that dude obviously flopped. He did flop of the fucking year.
Bro,
and then motherfuckers cheer for it. I was like,
did you see it though? Like that dude like continued his round. I was like, oh shit, his hip gotta be broken.
Yeah.
Like, that dude's hip gotta be broken. He must have broke his hip. He had to.
He's got to broke. I mean, like, he at least got the wind knocked out of him, right? Like,
something.
I mean, if not, dude, that fool should have a very good MMA career.
That motherfucker cabbage, man.
That fool can take a punch for reals.
Be the next cabbage, man.
Or I mean, he should be a lineman or some shit. I mean, like, goddamn.
That was some crazy shit.
I seriously thought some dude was committing suicide, and they posted it on fucking Instagram. And then you see him hit the ground, everybody cheers.
Dude.
And then he gets up and does some footwork or whatever. I was like, oh my God.
But you get hella see though, man, when he did that little coffee grinder, man, like, it looked like his leg was like, you can hella tell like something was fucked up. That dude hella like stops his round, and the video goes on. That dude probably fucked himself up.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Hey, if that was you and you're watching this shit, hit me up, bro. I really want to talk to you for real. I want to know what was going on in your mind to do that.
Go live. I want to know, man. I want to know what was going on.
The people gotta know, dude.
I gotta see this shit.
That was for real's move of the year, and I don't know.
He got balls, man, because nobody's ever done that though.
You might never break again, but goddamn it, that shit's going down in history.
So is, man. That's just going down in history.
Bro,
oh shit.
In 100 years when they say the highlights of fucking breakdance,
this is gonna pop up for like Sactown the Fool or something.
In the early 1990s, the scene was like this. Right around when everyone lost their mind in 2020.
The scene looked like this.
The scene looked like this. Oh, that's what's gonna.
They're gonna do that. Somebody's gonna do that.
Yeah, when Breakin doesn't exist anymore in 100 years, they're gonna have a documentary on this shit showing.
Hell yeah! So the dangerous. You know, like how back in the day they'd be like, you could break your neck if you do this. All those commercials and shit. Breakdancing is dangerous.
Yo. If the internet didn't exist right now, you think that video would have made its way onto like freaking America's Home Video or what is it, Funniest Home Videos?
That shit would have made it all ridiculousness.
Oh yeah, what was that one show that was on Fox like a long ass time ago? It was the one. All I remember
is it Bob Saget show?
No. That was America's Funniest Home Videos. Oh, yeah, but there was another one. Who? I can't remember who hosted it, but it was hella funnier because it was like every video was just like these rednecks doing some funny shit, like just taking like a truck and like trying to go up a hill, and like they'd always pause the video and be like, "Check out this sick ass mullet," and like literally every video had a sick mullet, and then you just see them. You see some crazy shit
I think I know. I forgot what it's
like
called.
The fucking truck would go up the hill and then it'd flip over and then like you'd be like, oh god, they're gonna fucking die, and then they finally get out and there's like this fat dude who climbs out of the truck and he's like, yeah man, that was tight. And you're just like, what the fuck?
Fuck man.
It was like. Yeah,
what
I don't
was
know.
the name of it? It was two of them. I know it was two of them.
There was a couple shows, but yeah, that shit was funny.
Fuck.
It would have ended up on that show probably.
Hell yeah, you'd have been on there for sure.
Or if World Star had a show, it'd end up on World Star.
Did that end up? That wasn't on World Star.
It probably is now. I mean, that's
just viral. That dude went straight viral.
It's making its way around. I mean, hopefully the viralness was worth it, my dude. Hit me up. I really want to talk to you for reals.
Man, get that hip better, man. Hip injuries ain't no joke, man. I'll tell you that shit firsthand. So that right there would have killed me. I would have been like, nah, man.
It's over. Yeah.
I quit. That's what I would have said, man. I quit. I quit.
Oh, man. So it looks like my shit's almost running out of space, so we should probably end this show real quick. The last thing I kind of wanted to talk to you before we leave is because, like, and this is kind of a deep thing, is like, back when you were younger, I know you were struggling with a lot of stuff, like you were in jail for a little bit, you were even in a psych ward for a bit, I know you had some drug abuse. Could you maybe, like, talk about how that kind of changed your life and, like, where your mentality was at that time and how it is now? I feel like a lot of people are probably in the same situation as you were back then, and they could probably use some guidance, you know, from your hindsight, you know?
Like, man, going through all that, first off, like, before all that, like, what drove me to actually, you know, like, smoking too much weed and, well, the weed wasn't the problem. It was, well, in the beginning it was, but then, like, it was the pills and stuff. Like, I didn't do coke or nothing like that. I probably tried it one time, but I didn't like it. But, yeah, like, getting into that stuff, basically what drove me towards it was, like, let me see, like, it was having everything on my back, man. Just having everything on my shoulders and back. Like, I had to do everything for my family. I had to look out for everybody. Like, it was crazy, man. I'm like, it's like, dude, it's like I had to, like mountains on my shoulders. It was like, man, I had to graduate. I had to do this, get scholarship, do all this stuff, work. I had to do all this for my family. And, like, during this whole time, like, my family's going through it. It's just like, It's a whole bunch of crap, man. It was like I just hid it well from like everybody in the dance scene, but it was like I was real quiet back then. So it was like I didn't talk or speak too much unless it was like people in my crew, like friends. Yeah. So I felt comfortable with talking to about stuff like that. But like that's what basically took me there, man. And I just couldn't take it no more. And like I just lost it, man.
Yeah. I know you because I know you were going through a lot of like family stress, a lot of just social pressure and shit, and it just kind of like you turn to substances that I guess obviously would take you down an even worse path. And it's like in hindsight, what would you say to somebody who's probably going through that same situation right now? What would you say to them to maybe stray them away from that path?
Like basically, like what I would say is like just be thankful for like every day you wake up, like living and have a breath in your body and your heart beating, and you got a roof over your head. You can, you eating well, and most of all, like go and if you're having a problem, man, seek help. Like seek help for it, and also talk to family too, man. Talk to a lot of family, man, because family can help you out with that too. You don't have to go through it alone. Like family can take you and explain to you and help you when you feel like you're like off path and stuff. Yeah. You're like out of there, or you feel like you're going down that path. So they can help you get away from it. And what I did during all that time, Kurt, I had like an iPod, man. This little freaking
iPod I remember that.
And I had Kurt put like damn near every fucking favorite song that I liked it on there, and like that shit helped me a lot. All the songs that I freaking like it's just shit that I haven't heard in ages, and like he put it all on there, and like I would listen to it, and he helped me.
I was a fucking music pirate back then.
Yeah, so I had everything.
Yeah, no, I remember you were like, yo, I got this iPod Touch or whatever, and then I put hella shit on it. Yo, I think I filled it up. Like,
you filled it up.
There was probably no more room on that thing, but I put hella breaks. I think I put hella like fucking old like hip hop music and some other shit. Yeah, I had hella music. Because my dad he's hella into music, and so he would always tell me what the fuck is up. But no, I mean like that's good. Like you had some coping mechanisms, and you're saying that really people should reach out. Try not to like deal with it alone, because you got to recognize that you're not necessarily in the right state of mind to like make a good decision about stuff. Yeah. So it's helpful to run your ideas by other people, because obviously depression, sadness, things like that, anger, all those emotions, like it's a common feeling for people, and so everybody's gone through a moment at that, and you might know people that went through it on that level too, and they could probably help you. I mean,
it's like going through a midlife crisis or something like that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That was like the craziest times ever. Like, dude, I thought I was like never gonna bounce back from that. And then on top of that, I think I did like a crazy drug or something. Like, I smoked like something really, really crazy. Like, I was like literally fed up. I was like, man, I don't give a shit. Like,
I was like, I know,
I fucking die. Like,
no, I remember.
He dies. Like,
no, I remember that because it was like really crazy thing. And if this is too personal, we can cut it out of the thing. But it was like you ended up in the psych ward, and we were all hella worried. And we would come visit you, and we would like talk to you and say what's up and stuff. And then you would like. It's like you wouldn't even recognize that we were there.
I was fucking out of it, man.
You'd like see us, and then you'd start talking, and then you'd like look over, and then you'd be like, "Fuck that guy right there," and you're like pointing at the wall or whatever. There's like nobody there, and it's like that motherfucker's coming after me. They're all coming after me, and we're like, "Yo, man, what's going on?" And you're like, "Dude, I got all the diseases. I got everything." We're like, "What the fuck is going on?" You were for real. It seemed like you were possessed by some shit.
I was fucking. Whatever I smoked, that shit fucking. And I was paranoid. I just literally felt like a germaphobe. I didn't like everything had me just like, oh man, I can't touch this, or oh, shit, what the fuck is that? Oh, this nigga coughed too close to me. Like I was on some shit where it's like it felt like if like whatever I was super paranoid, but if it was like hella weird, man. It felt like if I touched my hand or if I touched like a sink or wash my hand or got some water out of a fountain, I touched my hand and like I would trip out and like try to rip my skin off. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah, man. No, I definitely remember
I was fucking
you were talking about stuff like that, and Well, what was worrying was like you were there and you were there for like a couple months, I feel like, and every time we went to I mean, we were visiting you probably like every other day or whatever, and like it seemed like you were just not really getting better, and then I feel like, man, maybe like 3 months there you finally got out, and then it seemed like you were normal again.
Yeah, it was like it took a while though, because I didn't remember like all that shit that was going on in my head. I couldn't remember people like that, like faces. I would remember them, but then like after the shit started going on up there, I was like, oh dude, like can't talk to you guys, like man, they're trying to get me.
Yeah, no,
I was like,
you for real thought everyone was trying to get you.
Yeah,
I mean, well, you didn't think that me and Vince and Chai and Les and them were trying to get you, but you were like saying like, yo, you gotta watch out for these guys and this and that, and you're like pointing to all these people, or like you were pointing to like the wall and shit, and we're like, what the fuck is going on?
It was fucking crazy, man. I was going through it. That's back when drugs, man. Not even gonna lie, man. When you have to detox and get your mind and clear your body out from all those drugs for like so long, man. It's like it's crazy, man. But it's good though, man, because like when it's out of you, man. Like you don't ever want to, like after that incident happened to me, smoking some bad stuff. Like I never like looked back at wanting to do that shit again. I was like, fuck that. I don't even like hanging out with people that do it. And if I, I know people that do it, man. But it just, I always try to talk to them and try to coax them out of not doing it. But then they're just like, oh no, you just don't know how to handle this. I never done that before. Why would I do that? And the first time I did do it, look what happened to me.
Yeah. So, like, I guess in closing, like, hey, if you're in that situation for reals, like, reach out to people. You got friends, you got family, you got whoever, older people, younger people, whoever. Like, just make sure you're like getting some help. At least like talking to people, because you're not alone in it. So.
Yeah, you're not alone in that, man. Like, if your family asks you, what's wrong, man, it's best that you talk to them, and they'll sit there, get you some counseling and stuff like that, and help you get off of it. Meds aren't like you don't have to take them like forever if you don't want to, unless you completely get away from the drugs, But if it screw you up to the point to where chemical imbalance in your brain ain't too good, man, and it kind of altered you for for the long haul, then it's best that you speak with family and you talk to your counselors as much as you could, and go to all the little programs in there until you get clean, to where you come back at least like 85 to like 95%, to where you can be legally sane again. Because like, dude, when people, especially with this era, I think like the youth, they do so many drugs. It's like, dude, they're running from all of their problems with all those drugs, man. And it's like, that's not good, because by the time that you realize, that you've done too much of it, then, it might be too late.
Might be too late, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, dope, dude. I'm glad that you could come on here to talk about that. I mean, we had a good time fucking around doing that, and then definitely getting into some deep shit. Well, thanks for coming on, man. I think this is a great episode. I hope everybody gains something from this. Where can people find you if they want to reach out to you?
I'm just on Facebook, man. You can find me on Facebook under my regular name, Rodney Jackson.
Dope.
And you can find me on Instagram too under that. I'm always on there, man. Instagram, Uvo7787 on Instagram, and I'm always there though, man. I talk to people, like, if people are going through it or something, I'm always like open. I'm always open to like hear what you got to say, and give you some encouragement, because like, man, I've been through hell and back too, man.
Yeah.
And like, man, nobody wants to see another person going down that road. I know I don't, man, because like hearing that guy, who was that guy, Sin?
Oh yeah,
battle depressed. I was sad because that dude was cool.
He's a nice guy, yeah, and he kind of went down the bad path for sure, and he ended up I think he passed away and stuff. It was a sad day when we all found out about that. Yeah,
I couldn't believe it, because I was just talking to him too, and Gio and all of them. I was talking to all of them and shit.
So, well, dope, man. Thanks for being on. That was great. Thank you guys for listening. Sorry the show sucks. What a shitty way to end.
Oh shit!
All right, that's it.